Will the failure of Silicon Valley Bank create ripples in the economy? Some people are freaking out, saying that this is the next great financial crisis. It is bad, but is the sky really falling, or is it just noise? Let's explore some of the scenarios of what could happen next and make some predictions. I have a few concerns regarding SVB's collapse, the 15th largest bank in the US that is now in receivership. First off, is this systemic to the banking system at large, or is this a contained situation to one bank? Even if the balance sheets of other small banks are solid, they could see a run on their deposits simply out of fear. In fact, we already are seeing lines of people forming to take cash out of banks like First Republic. I hope that this doesn't spread, because it isn't really all that rational and could lead to a lot of negativity in the economy nationwide as small banks fail. If people fearfully take their money out of smaller banks, they will likely deposit it into larger banks. But are the larger banks safe? After all, they are subject to the same rate increases that SVB was. Some of these banks do have large losses on their balance sheets related to the bonds that they have issued at lower rates that are now worth less. Bank of America has the most of the big banks with $116 billion of impaired bonds. In other words, the government debt that they hold on their books is actually $116 billion less than they say it is. This is because they don't have to mark the bond to market on their balance sheet, because if it is held to maturity, it theoretically doesn't really matter what it's worth today. It only matters if too many people want to cash out their bank accounts to move their money elsewhere. Then they may have to sell the bonds at a loss, whatever they are worth in the current market, to meet the needs of these withdrawals. I do not see this happening at the larger banks, because where are you going to move the money to? Are you going to take it out of the bank and stick it in Bitcoin? Maybe some people will, but not enough for the bank to have to sell bonds at a loss like in the case of SVB. Are they going to cash out their Wells Fargo or Chase account and go into physical gold and silver coins like we're in the 17th century? No, probably not. I may be seeing things with rose-colored lenses, but I don't believe this is the next major financial crisis. We may have to bail out Silicon Valley Bank, but I don't believe this is a Lehman Brothers situation.